Hello, this is Mesh from Downtime Distraction, bringing you another first look video. So this one is a title called Kelly's Caves 3. So this is brought to us by a developer by the name of Video Games. Before I get into it, as my normal process I'm doing at the moment, putting the sub button bottom left corner, please subscribe. It helps me out big time, so that'd be awesome if you could. So let us load some gameplay and I'll tell you what it's all about. Okay, so with this video, I normally do a first look style video. I normally play a tutorial, play a few levels so I'm comfortable with the game and I can pass on valuable feedback for you guys whilst also playing along with the game. But with this title, I thought it wouldn't do it justice if I did that normal style. So I've done this a few times before. So I played the game and I'm just doing a bit of a voiceover. So I guess, as you can see, it's a retro platformer. It 8-bit style. It's got the standard gameplay, so you got your jumping, you got your weapons, you got the mobs everywhere, you're collecting diamonds, you're collecting coins, there's secrets hidden everywhere. But I guess the reason why I didn't want to play it and talk about it is because there's so much with this title to talk about. It's quite insane how much is in this title. It's very impressive. So I guess, for example, it has 310 levels across 10 zones. I have done maybe about 2.5. I think maybe towards the end of the third zone, or getting towards the third zone, and I think it's taken me about 2 hours. So there's heaps to this game. The amount of content is ludicrous, and it's good content too. Like, all the levels are unique. It has 25 types of enemies. They're all unique. They're all cool. They all fit in this world very nicely. Every zone has a boss. Every boss has its own mechanics. I've only done 2, and there were simple mechanics, but they were, early bosses. So they should, I expect, get more difficult as you go along. The checkpoint system, so it saves every couple of levels. So you go through a little checkpoint and it'll put you back there. But if you die before you get to the next one, obviously you're back to that one. So there's a couple of levels there which you can get stuck on, and then it's a bit tricky like that. I guess another massive part of this game is the weapons. So there's 15 different weapons, and within that, each weapon is levelable as well. So say you start out with a basic shotgun that has a bit of a spread on it. As you play along, killing mobs and doing the levels, that weapon is upgrading and getting more powerful, and the spread changes. Different. You have more powerful projectiles out of the middle of the shotgun. It just evolves as the game goes on. And on top of that, after a certain point, the weapons seem to have a super weapon component which will charge. See that one on the screen right there? It's halfway between charging. So when that grey bar reaches the end, you unleash a massive rocket out of the rocket launcher. And to add on top of that too, within the shop system, I'll talk about that in a second, there is customizable options as well. So the coins you're collecting, you can use those to purchase additional damage onto weapons. So toxic damage, lightning damage. So as I say, just the weapon system in itself is a big component of this game. So add on top of that, you have an inventory. So you can buy items to replenish your health. You can buy items to increase your coin gathering. So your coin gathers like times 2 or by times 3. You can buy items to automatically save. So if you die, you have a lamp, and the lamp can be used for your rescue. So you start the same level at the same spot. Yeah, so you could go on and on talking about all the other things in this game. It has a survival mode. I have yet to play that, as I've been concentrating on the campaign, but it seems that you just have to beat waves of enemies. You can play as different people, so you can play as a ninja bear. I think you might be able to play as someone else as well. There's secrets hidden around the place as well. There's diary pages to find. I think there was a disc that I found, and also there's I think you might have seen that I gained a triple jump power up. So there's more of those as well. I also, not in the footage that you're seeing, but I gained a roll ability, so I can roll under things and roll out of the way. So, and this is, as I say, I only scratched the surface of this game in regards to the amount of content that I've gone through. So, by the end of it, you'll have possibly 15 weapons to choose from that you would have been leveling up. All this customization to them, all these extra powers that you seem to be getting as time goes on. It's massive, and I guess, yeah, I'll leave it like that, because I think I've given you a good idea of the gameplay and the content, because I could go on and on about it, but really you need to experience it for yourself. But just a basic overview of all the other points. Graphically, I think it's a very nice retro looking game. Obviously the graphics sound amazing, but that's the deliberate design that they've gone for. Audio, there's a massive soundtrack that you're listening to. Not all the songs I like, but you know, the quality's good. They seem to work nicely with the game. The soundtrack, I guess this audio of the weapons and the monsters and the hits, that all sounds nice, and it fits very nicely with the game. Yeah, so a lot to this game. I can't stress that enough. It comes out on the 6th of January, and it is $4.99. So I think if you like platformers, or if you're slightly interested in this game, the price tag is enough for me to recommend it, because the amount of content you're getting, it's a solid game. The levels are nice. All those things I mentioned, all the weapons, customization, all your abilities that you're going to get, secrets around the place. It's huge. And it's compelling. You want to keep going. You want to find out what happens to the antagonist parents. They get stolen at the start. So there's a good story. I think the writing is quite comical too. There's some well written parts of it, and you'll see as you go along. It's quite funny. Background is there's cool images in the background. Obviously when it parallaxes around, it's nice to see other stuff. Yeah, I think I'll wrap it up here. So with everything I've said, I think it's a no-brainer. You like platformers, you like this game. The amount of content, it's very impressive. So I'll leave it here. Give me a like if you liked it. Give me some feedback if you get the game, or if you got some feedback for me. And subscribe would really help me out. Okay, and I'll see you next time.